Welcome to Shlok Tech. Today I am going to take difference between .NET framework. As you can see here, there is a 4 column provided: version, .NET framework, Visual Studio, and important feature. I'm start by one with their important feature, and you will get all the detail related to .NET framework. So I'm starting with the .NET framework 1.0/1.1. Inside this framework, we can get C Sharp 1.0, and the Visual Studio provided for the development is Visual Studio 2002. This is a basic feature just started with the common classes and method by Microsoft. After that, Microsoft has been released the new technology or new framework, that is .NET Framework 2.0. Again, in this framework, it has supported the version of C Sharp is 2.0, and the IDE is Visual Studio 2004. The important feature inside this, like generic, partial type, anonymous method, iterator, nullable type, private properties, method group conversation, and static classes, and many more. Here I am taking those features which is really important to us. After that, Microsoft has been released .NET Framework 3.0, 3.5, both the frame having the same version of C Sharp, and the feature is that implicit type local variable, object and collection initializer, anonymous type, extended method, query expression, lambda expression, and partial method. After this, Microsoft has released new framework after 3.5, that is 4.0. Inside 4.0, the C Sharp also introduced 4.0, and the Visual Studio obviously 2010. Inside that, the feature is dynamic binding, named and optional argument, and embedded intro types. After that, 4.5 is introduced with the C Sharp 5.0, and Visual Studio are supported 2012 and 13 for development this framework, coding, async features, color information, etc. And last, the .NET Framework 4.6 with the C Sharp 6.0, and the Visual Studio 2013 and 15 with the important feature, that is express bodied method, auto property initializer, name of expression, primary construction, await in catch block, exception filter, and last string interpolation. After that, newly introduced by the Microsoft framework is .NET Core, which is IDE for Visual Studio 2017, and the C Sharp version is 7.0. This is very newly introduced by the Microsoft, and many of the company are using this IDE to develop the web service, web API 2 project, MVC, Fire Project, and entity framework, etc. And the feature talking for out variable, tuples, discard, pattern matching, and local function. So this is all about the important feature for their relatively version. And for the all the description, I will take you the next video to explain all the important feature one by one. For now, thank you very much.